I'm back. So I am back with another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville on OWN. So this is part 2. So I will be reviewing the show in between the breaks. So that's pretty much how my review is gonna go. So this first part was pretty much dealing with Jess, Melody, and Martell, talking about whether or not they'll stay together. Melody said that they are currently still separated, but she's saying that she did not go through all the way with the divorce because she doesn't want to go through the stress with her having a baby and stuff. Do I believe her? Half and half. Do I think she's gonna stay with Martell? I do. But that's none of my business. That's that woman's husband. She do whatever it is that she feel. So then Egypt is asking all of the right questions. Keep her on here. She said something that was big on Twitter is the fact that you called your your mistress, you called her peasant. And he was really confused as to why everybody was like, he was like, well, what else am I supposed to call her? And somebody in the audience said, well, she is a woman. He's like, well, so what? I know that I was married. I know that I was wrong for what I did, but she know that I was married too. So what else am I supposed to call you? This is that and the third. This is my whole thing about it. Was she wrong knowing damn well that you was married? Absolutely. But it blows my mind. Put it like this. Was she a peasant every time you was fucking her? Was she a peasant for the 3 years that you was dealing with her? No, she wasn't. So don't now try to call her that just to appease your damn wife. All you had to simply say in that moment was, you know what? Don't even try to shift the blame on her. Just take responsibility for your actions. Just be like, I made decisions that led to this. And she did as well. But that ain't none of your damn business. But to call her outside her name and to call her peasant and then to still sit up there on stage and be like, I don't really understand what's the issue. The issue is that niggas have a tendency to do this all the time. I was all hot and popping when you was fucking me and I was fucking you. But the minute that shit hit the fan, oh, now I'm a peasant. That's not how you was treating me. Boy. So yeah. So anyway, so then he says how he's gonna go to counseling, blah 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 blah. And then their moms, both of their mothers come out, and both of their mothers is pretty much like, you know what? If Melody wanna get back with him, Melody's mom is like, if she wanna get back with him, that's her decision. And what's the name's mom is like, if she wants to leave him, I can understand that. So I appreciate the mom's stance on it. Everybody's being, neutral. So it's back on y'all. Get back with y'all. Here y'all, so I'm back. Alright, so we have Tisha, Marcel, and then they bring out Miss Wanda. First of all, the crowd went up for Miss Wanda, as we all do. Miss Wanda, as Egypt said, she said everything that we wanted to say. She's just a key. She's everything. So they pretty much out there asking her, how her time was staying there and if things got better between her and Marcel. And she said, not really. Egypt asked, she was like, do you think that Marcel has been with like 20 women? And she says, no, I don't, because I actually pulled up on him. Melody talking about rolled up. So I rolled up on him one day. One day he left the house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and without him knowing, I pulled up on him, and he was saying he was out where he said he was going to be. I ain't tell Tisha, and I ain't tell him. Both of them was looking at her like, I'm like, yes, mama, that's right. You better have your daughters back. You better be checking on this man. And so she was like, Egypt was like, do you think that he's ever cheated on her before? And she was like, maybe like once, maybe once in the past, she said, but I don't think any time recently. I don't know, mama. I will hope and pray that you are right. But mama, I don't know. But I love Miss Wanda. She's really like a whole key. She is hilarious, y'all. But I'll be back when the next part comes on. Y'all back. Okay, I also forgot to say that Miss Wanda said that her and Martell had got into it online because, what he said about Marcel, and she was like, well, nigga, you the one that's a hoe. And she was like, I call it how I see it. She called Martell to apologize. He accepted it, but Melody didn't. Who gives a fuck? Let's get to the get down. Okay. Again, keep Egypt. Let Egypt do all of these motherfucking reunions. When I tell you everything that was coming out my mouth, I promise you 2 seconds later Egypt was saying it. Egypt, you were on the damn ball tonight. Woo, give that girl her tens. Okay, so let's get into the whole situation. Okay, so we got who we got, y'all? I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Ooh, this was good. We got Kimmy and we have Maurice. Okay, so they're out there and they played a little, clip of everything that's been going on. And y'all all know the whole situation between Kiowa and them and all this stuff. So then they bring Kiowa out. Let me tell you something. Kiowa came out and sat down like she did when they met that very first time. A whole lot of negative energy. You so tense and you so damn angry. What the fuck is you so angry for? And so, they get into it and, she, Egypt was like, okay, so Kyle was like, what's the issue? And she's like, well, I just feel like, if you're so uncomfortable and my name is brought up, then how is it that you could love my child? You can't hate me and love my child. Here's the thing, girl. You kept saying that and it was pissing me off because stop trying to use your son. Okay, stop trying to use your son and trying to paint the picture that Kimmy does not love that little boy simply because she does not get along with you. That is complete trash to keep saying that, to keep saying, oh, well, you don't care for me, so you don't care about my child. That's a motherfucking lie. Do you know how many baby fathers out here do not like their baby moms at all, but love their child to death? Stop using that shit as a motherfucking excuse. Okay, so then, Kimmy is talking about telling Sam, like, look, I don't hate you, okay? But my issue is that you're talking about me hating you when I haven't said one word. You've never heard nobody say that I've ever said nothing about you. But you're sitting up here calling me trash, calling me a trick ass hoe. And what's her name is like, oh, so you're talking about shit from 10 years ago? She was like, no, I'm not you. And fucking Kiowa is sitting there like, I never said anything. That was a long time ago. Da 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 da. And Kimmy's like, bruh, in the text messages, and even Maurice was like, in the text messages, you did say that. She was like, oh, are you talking about recently? Are you talking about new? Yes. She was like, in 2019, she was like, oh, well, yeah, that was about her being on the television. Blah, 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 blah. And so Kimmy's like, well, thank you. You have been talking shit. Exactly. Kyle, you was trying to sit there and trying to act like you wasn't talking shit about Kimmy when at the end of the day you was. And Egypt hit it. Oh, she hit the nail on the head asking her, Kyle, you seem so angry. You're sitting there and you're so angry and you're so upset. So why are you so upset for? Oh, because they be out here and they're not telling the truth. Okay, like what? No, I'm just tired of them out here. So what is it? Egypt said again. Tell us, what is the issue? That they're trying to say, that they dated after, we got divorced, and that's not true. So I figured that was her issue because that's what she said before. So her issue is that she feels like Kimmy and Maurice got together before they were divorced or whatever the case may be. And both of them completely denied that was even the case. But this is my whole thing. And even Egypt said it. Are you not married? Yes, I'm married. Are you in love with Maurice just a little bit? And she even said, I understand it's hard to see an ex move on and stuff. No, that's not the case. That didn't even sound convincing. I swear to gosh, I don't understand how she has the husband that she has now. Like Bondi Blue said, that if your husband gotta be like a run over type of dude, some dude that you can just walk all over, because there's no way on God's green earth that my dude would ever sit backstage and sit up there and see me get so emotional about my ex when it has been God knows how many years since y'all been together and we are married, and you still have so much feelings tied into this man. Because again, like you said, the issue is not even like you feel like Kiowa wouldn't be there around your son. The issue is that before you and Maurice was, I guess, officially divorced, y'all probably was separated but not officially divorced, so you feel like she did something to break up your marriage. That's not the case. I don't believe that that's the case. I'm sorry, I don't. And it shows the fact that you're still holding on to that shit when they've been together as long as they have, and you are married. You are married, sitting on national TV, getting upset about your ex-husband from 10 freaking years ago with his new woman. It's ridiculous. It's thoroughly and truly ridiculous. ridiculous. Like, I don't really even understand. And oh my gosh, Egypt again hit it. Like she said, girl, I want happiness for you. AKA Egypt was saying, girl, you gotta let that hurt go. Let that hurt go, because she even said it. You're coming across very bitter. And it's not even, she is bitter. She is bitter. And she is still in love with that man. I don't care what she say. There's no way in hell that you said that Kimmy is so uncomfortable when your name is brought up. Girl, look at you. Nobody even said anything to you. And as soon as you come out on the stage, your whole energy is like, it's just tense, and it's up here, and it's like this. And like I said, more than anything, I don't like the fact that you're trying to, because of whatever issue you have with Kimmy in your head, you're trying to say and try to keep this man's son away from him, trying to use that shit as an excuse when Kimmy does not mistreat your child, and his father does not mistreat him at all. The only reason that child shouldn't go is if he decides he does not want to go. If Monster says, I do not want to live down here, that's the only reason. But to try to use your hurt and your bitterness to try to say that he wouldn't be in a good, loving environment with them two, that is completely messed up. And you need to really go. Let me tell you something, girl. I went to my first therapy appointment last week. It took me a long time to try to go to therapy. And I only had one session. And girl, the aha moments that I've had is ridiculous. You need to go really and sit down with somebody and process that pain. For real. But it's back on, y'all. I'll be back. Kiowa got my motherfucking blood pressure sky high. I've never in my life seen such a inconsequential, oh my gosh. Okay, so we come back on in the middle of Egypt asking Kiowa, so are you now second guessing bringing Monster down here? Okay, and she's like, yes, I am. So when we come back from it, he gets, when she says that, Maurice really gets in his feelings, and he says that shit's not fair at the end of the day. And I get what he's saying. She's trying to say, Kiowa's point is like, oh, well, you're not getting it from my standpoint. You're not getting it from my standpoint. This, that, and that, blah, 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 blah. But what Maurice is saying why this is not fair is because it's the reason that you're picking. You're, like he said, the type of father that I am to this little boy, and for you to not want him to be down here with me simply because you do not like her, that is unfair. And I 1010% understand. So then we get into this whole thing, and again, Kimmy has to say to her, I have never said anything bad about you. And Kai was like, well, why would I want my child around somebody who has nothing negative, who always has something to say about me? And like Kimmy said, Kimmy was saying, anything I've ever said about you is reactionary. It's because you have said something negative to me. Since I have met you, you have never said one positive thing about me. It has always been an issue. And so Kaya got the nerve to come out her mouth and say, so this is about things that was said, so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about words. Yes, bitch, we're talking about words. Yes. Don't try to minimize your words, but then try to amplify hers. So when you say something about her, oh, it's not a problem. But when she says something about you, it's a big fucking deal. Don't sit up on that. Oh my gosh, she was making me so mad. You was really sitting up on that stage acting so dense. And she asked a good 10 times, Kiowa, well, what did I say? What did I say? And Kimmy told her 1,010 times, you said this, you said that, you said this, you said that. And so it just gets to like a heating point. And I could tell Kimmy was literally like shaking, like her hands, she kept like moving around. I'm like, yo, Kimmy wanna hop off and punch this bitch in her fucking face. And Kimmy said the truth. Kimmy said, this is where the issue lies, right here. And we have all been saying this, Maurice has allowed you to disrespect the fuck out of me because of what you just did. You see how you just said, oh, now you second guess and bring a Monster down here? This is why he continues to let you disrespect me, because he wants his son. And for you to keep doing that, like she said, I love your kid. And Kaya, that's fucked up that you keep trying to use this and spin this narrative that because she don't care, because y'all got a little bit of issue, that she doesn't love that Monster, and that she's going to treat him wrong, when that's not the case at all. So Egypt asked, Kimmy, how is it that we can move forward? Like, what is it like what exactly is it that you want? You know, she said, I want her to apologize, pretty much, and take ownership for the stuff that she has done and said about me. This is her. What did I say? What did I say? Child. So Kimmy is just like, at the end of the day, this girl is so slow because she doesn't even understand that me and Maurice get into it at times, because I understand her point of view and I'm trying to share it. And if y'all go back and y'all remember the season, there was a point in time, like when the idea had first came up about Monster moving, Kimmy said to him, she said, you have to understand from a mother's point of view. She's had that boy her whole daggone life. So for her to, move him or to move herself, that's hard. So we've seen Kimmy try to take your side 1,010 times. And like she said, I'm on your side, but you are so dumb that you don't even get it. You so steeped in your hurt that you don't get it. So Egypt literally had to take the Ricky Lake approach, and she got up from her chair and she came and she sat next to Kai when she said, look, sis, she said what I just said a few minutes ago, which is, you have to let it go. You have to let it go, and you need to apologize. Here's Kai. For what? What did I say? What did I say? Egypt and everybody in the audience is just like, girl, like, girl, we have been sitting here for 20 to 30 minutes telling you what you've said, and you, like she said, can't even take ownership. So it just got to the point where Egypt was like, Kimmy, is there anything else? I'm good. And I'm like, you know what, Kimmy, you are me, because facts, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with somebody who don't want to take responsibility for their shit. Point blank, period. You said that you felt like there was a couple things that she did that was inappropriate when y'all sat down, and she said that she understood and that she apologized. But see, the thing is, you want her to apologize and to take ownership for some shit that she didn't do, that to her she did not do. You're holding on to the fact that you think that her and Maurice was messing around when y'all wasn't officially divorced. Kimmy's not gonna apologize for some shit that she didn't feel that she did, period. So you might as well just let that shit the fuck go. Just like Marie said, she probably won't get an apology, but you ain't gonna never get an apology for that. Point blank, period. So even Egypt got to the point where she's just looking at her, she's like, I tried. And she got up and she go back to her seat. And she's pretty much just like, look, girl, at the end of the day, I've been through the same thing. Me and my husband's ex-wife, we had to come to a common ground about this. You know what I'm saying? We had to come to a common ground. But you gotta be willing to give. And Kai was just sitting there still being as mad as she wants to. As mad as she wants to. So they said that they're going to break, but the cameras still be rolling. So Maurice is pretty much trying to say to her, like, bro, we need to resolve this, like, and she's like, we could have been resolved this with all of these cameras here and stuff. And Maurice is like, before the cameras was on and after when the camera was on, I've been trying to get you to resolve this. That's not true, Maurice. That's not true. And we could have been sat down and did this years ago. So my thing is, why didn't you reach out then and try to sit down then years ago? Why didn't you? You want to be, that girl is so upset and she's so bitter. Oh my, this is what people be like baby fathers, or some baby fathers be talking about when they be talking about a bitter ass baby mama. You are the definition of a bitter ass baby mama. You couldn't even sit there and take responsibility. All Kimmy asked for was you to say, I am sorry. All you had to say, Kai, was Kimmy, I'm sorry for anything that I have said that was a negative light about you. I do not have an issue with you, okay? Whatever our problems was in the past. We are doing this for Monster. Let's try to come to some common ground. We ain't got to be best friends, but I will never disrespect you again. I will hope that you will do the same, and let's do the best we can to help Monster move forward. How hard would that have been? It will enough. So then, Kaya want her bitter ass leave the fuck out. Guess, and she keeps saying, she said, oh, y'all use this to paint me as the villain. This is the thing. Here's the thing. Even when it comes to like love and hip hop and all this other stuff, people can only go off of what you give, okay? So Kaya, even in this reunion, let's just say that for all intensive purposes, that the whole season, Own was purposefully making you out to look bad. You are now on the reunion. Ain't nobody cutting the spice in your words. You did not take responsibility for yourself. You are the reason for the way that people view you. It's your demeanor. It's the way you talk. It's all of that. What in the... Oh my gosh. So then they go outside. Maurice and and Kimmy to go outside, and Kimmy's like shaking mad because she's just like, I don't understand. I don't get how somebody can just not take responsibility for anything it is that they did. And she was like, bro, I felt like I just got into a fight. I could tell Kimmy wants to beat her ass. Kimmy, you got restraint. But I appreciate Maurice, at least in this point in time. At first he wasn't really speaking up, but he did start to speak up more, and that's the case, Maurice. You gotta start speaking up for Kimmy. Stop letting her disrespect you. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, Maurice, but you probably gonna have to take that bitch to court. You're probably gonna have to, because she's not gonna move or shake or break because she is hating. How you hating from outside? You can't even get in. Like, she's really hating. That's the best one bitter bitch, y'all. I'll be back. Martell needs to pipe down a couple notches because he loves getting loud with women. I just want to say that. But all right, so we're back here on stage, and the conversation comes up again about the video. I guess I thought it was on Twitter, but apparently it was a video that Miss Wanda did. And I guess Egypt said that somebody had filed like some type of police report before they had got there, and Marceau said that it was him because the night, maybe like that same night that the video got posted, or maybe the night after, I can't really remember the time frame. This is the confusing part. He got a call. He got a call from what's the name, from Martell, saying, you know, about what she had did and all this other stuff, and how he wanted him to go and do a video apology and put it out. And Marceau was like, I'm not fucking doing that. And then he said, you know, Martell started threatening him, so he just felt the need to do that. So Martell is like, well, yeah, because I feel like, well, if you did the video, then, you know, she did call me and she did apologize, but I feel like, pretty much this is what it gets down to, because Egypt even said, okay, well, if she called you and she apologized, what's the issue? And I guess he wanted, like, more of a public apology from her because she publicly did the video or whatever. But my whole thing is, like, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but, like, Martell, why are you so pressed about what Miss Wanda gotta say? It's Miss Wanda. It's Miss Wanda. Like, I don't know. That's how I'm looking at it, at least. That's kind of like if Mama D went online and said something. Okay? And you really care that much about Miss Wanda's life and what Miss Wanda gotta say? But whatever. So, I guess they're mad at Tisha because Melody's mad at Tisha because she felt like she should have called or texted Melody and should have said, oh, I'm so sorry what my mom did, da 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 da. But their chum Marceau was like, well, she didn't know it happened that night. She got a call the next morning, and then she told her mom to take it down. I mean, I guess they both have good points. Miss Wanda got a good point in saying, well, here's the thing. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm the one who put up the live. And I called you and I apologized. So why would my daughter then have to apologize to you if, number one, she didn't know that it happened, and number two, I called you myself and I apologized? She's like, I'm not a child to her, so like, why does she have to apologize? I do agree with that to a degree, Miss Wanda. If y'all so mad at Miss Wanda and Miss Wanda called y'all, what I don't get is, don't accept the apology if you're gonna have a whole bunch of stipulations afterwards. That's the whole thing. Y'all should have never accepted the apology if y'all really didn't fucking really accept it. Because that's what it seems like. It seems like she apologized and y'all still really didn't accept it. It still wasn't really good enough. But Melody's whole point is, well, she should apologize because you're her mother and like we're working on our friendship. I get that kind of too. If I was Tisha, I would have apologized on my mom's behalf, but at the same time, I can understand why Tisha probably didn't feel the need to, especially if it's already, you talk to my husband and you talk to my mama. So I get it half and half, but this whole thing is stupid. And Martell, you sitting up here getting loud with Miss Wanda. You're not gonna disrespect me and my wife. Nobody disrespected you or your wife. But Martell, bring it down a couple notches, because you love yelling at women. Bring it down a couple motherfucking notches. How about that? Alright, y'all. So we come back pretty much just on the same thing. Just pretty much like, Miss Wanda apologized. Either you accept it or you don't. So, I mean, thankfully, Melody apologized to Tisha. Tisha apologized to Melody. With all of the bullshit being put to the side, you could tell that they really do want to be friends with each other. You know, there's just been a lot of hurtful things said. Like they said, it's going to take time to heal. But I think everybody will end up back on the same page. I need to come back for next season. Again, What we need to take away from this whole reunion is to hire Egypt for any and all reunions. She better be doing a reunion next season. Mona, hire Egypt. Everybody hire Egypt. That was the purpose of this whole thing. That's what I got out of it. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Thank you so much for the reviews on my first one. Y'all tell me what y'all think. If y'all would like me to review any other shows that you guys watch, please put down in the comments and I will review them. All right, I'm out. Bye.